Hey guys, I'm Contain Boss here. As you can see, I'm on Hossin at the moment, on the public test server. Don't worry, this is not going to be another preview of the continent Hossin, because I'm pretty sure you guys have all seen the previews that have been made by other YouTubers that display what the continent entails. But instead, what I'm going to do for you guys is bring you my thoughts on the continent itself and Planetside 2 in general, as in what Planetside 2 could bring to the table to enhance your gameplay. So first of all guys, I'll just bring you my thoughts on the Hossin continent at the moment. And to start off with, I jumped in my Reaver and started flying around, and the first thing I noticed was the amount of tree cover on bases. Have a look at this base for instance. You can barely see down there into the base. I can just see the building there, just see the building there. And I feel this is going to affect the way air will be used on Hossin. I mean, when you want to be liberating, you want to get as much altitude as you can and bombard a base. On Hossin, I feel this won't be as effective as people would like it to be. I mean, to actually get involved in a base, you have to actually get down low, this low. See, look, now I can see the whole base. But I mean, how effective will this be if you're a liberator? Or even this Reaver? Like, I'm not going to be as effective as I'd like to be. I have to be staying stationary and shooting targets. I can't really do a flyby, or whatever the cool kids call it these days. But yeah, I can't, run through here, get a few kills, and get out. Tree cover is extraordinary on this map, and I feel it's going to be interesting to see what people come up with when they're flying around, because this brings a new element to the game completely, and this continent, Hossin, is going to change a lot of things in flying wise, I feel. Hey guys, the next thing I wanted to bring up was this sick looking base right here, the dam. The thing I really like about this base is this green stuff, the acid. The acid that flows around this base. Now that's awesome. That's an awesome idea Planetside 2 has done. Finally we have an interactive environment that kills you. I mean, that's cool. I'd love to see this more around Planetside. Okay guys, the final point I want to bring up about my opinions on the Hossin continent is this base right in front of us now, the Interlink, and these badasses, the light bridges. The reason I'm so keen on these light bridges is because they're going to change the way this base is fought. Reason being is you have to hack these terminals to gain access to these light bridges to be able to access the sea point. So in turn you have to control a point below, so these terminals here, to control these bridges to then control the sea point, which is a really good concept Planetside 2 has implemented here. And I really want to see this on a lot of maps in the future. Okay guys, as I run around these bases just to show you the continent of Hossin, even though you've probably already seen it all already, well, that's okay, you can see it again, yay! But I'll just talk to you about my thoughts on what could Planetside do to improve gameplay, both on continent and as a class, as in your character. The first thing that I thought of to improve character play, as choosing a class, would be more variety on tools, as in the energy gun, or the dark gun, or the medi gun even. And as an enthusiastic light assault player, love playing light assault, I thought, we don't have a tool, which, kinda sucks. But I guess, maybe they don't need a tool, so on and so forth, a lot of argument about that. But on the forums I saw, the one that comes to my mind is the rope implementing tool that you could probably use on light assault. As in, you go up to a point, so I go jump up here, I throw my rope down behind me, and then people can follow me up here. That's a pretty cool concept, but it kind of goes away from the light assault being the only one that can get up to a height advantage. It kind of defeats that. But maybe that's the tool we need to improve the squad play of the light assault, because they're not really involved in squad play at the moment. And then I had an idea. Yay, boss had an idea. My idea was, even if it wasn't just for the light assault, but an EMP gun. So what it would be, say it's like the dart gun, you have a bullet in the chamber, and you shoot it at a vehicle and say it disables it. Awesome, wouldn't that be cool? And then what you could do is each time you level it up, say you increase the disability time by 0.5 a second. So maybe it starts with the base of 1 second disable, 1 bullet. So you can disable a vehicle for 1 second. And then as you level it up, maybe you get 2 bullets when you level it up to level 3 and it disables for 2 seconds, so on and so forth. Something like that I feel would be pretty interesting to put into the game. An EMP gun that can disable vehicles for a certain amount of time. Don't know about you, but it sounds pretty cool to me. Maybe it's a bit OP though, who knows. And then another idea came to my mind when I thought of, tools and ability wise, is potentially having an all-class ability, so like the jetpack and the shield, like that type of ability, but like you can have it over all your classes, is say a sprint boost. So you press your F button, and if it's level 1, you have a sprint boost for a second. So you pretty much the charge on the max. Basically a sprint like that, but for for a soldier, but maybe a bit faster, maybe a bit slower. I don't know about the numbers and whatnot, but you press your F button and you sprint. You sprint for a second or so, and then as you level it up, you can the cooldown time becomes a lot faster, so on and so forth for like say the jet, like how the jetpack and cooldown and how much you can use and stuff. So maybe like at level when you max it out, you can sprint for 3 seconds, and then it takes like 5 seconds for the cooldown, or 10 seconds. I don't know, something that's balanced. But I feel maybe another ability, all class ability, a sprint ability would be pretty sick too. Jump between cover. When I heard about the light bridges at the Interlink on Hossin, I had another idea come to me that could be implemented on, say, all the continents, if Planetside 2 had the time to do it. But my idea was to make these light bridges, where are they? Yeah, these light bridges here affect vehicles. So I'll give you a bit of an example of what my thoughts are. So let's go to Inder, the most popular map, well, for now, until Hossin comes out. But let's use the Crown as an example, okay? So let's say this bridge and this bridge become light bridges. So what happens is, since the Crown is controlled by Vanu, the bridge will be purple. And let's say within the Crown, at the other end of the bridge, so let's say here and here, there's 2 generators. These generators, they have to be repaired and like working to keep the bridge activated as Vanu. So Vanu controls it, Vanu have their 2 generators up. What happens is this bridge will be purple, so only purple, the Vanu, can get across the bridge. So let's say these guys, the Terran, are trying to attack the Crown. So what they would have to do is, obviously the tanks can only go so far, and then there'd still be the walk, the side walk part for the infantry to get across. So that's still not a bridge, so anyone can get across there on foot. So the foot soldiers have to get across, hack the generator, just like in the biolabs and the amp stations, to disable the bridge, which then will turn it to neutral. So the yellowy, whitey colour, whatever the colour is, that makes it neutral, and then you can get your vehicles across. So guys, that was my thoughts and ideas on Planetside 2 and Hossin at the moment. If you guys agreed with like anything I said, just leave a comment, let me know. Say, oh boss, you're a genius, you got great ideas, we should get them implemented on Planetside 2, I like them, or so on and so forth. But if you didn't like my ideas, I don't want to hear from you. You just keep it to yourself. Nah. Leave a comment, guys. If you didn't like my ideas, just tell me, you're an idiot, boss, that'll never work. What are you thinking? I want to hear what you guys think of my ideas. It'd be great to get some criticism. So guys, that was my thoughts and ideas on Planetside 2 and Hossin at the moment. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Boss out.